Okay, they're getting ready to take off now. Kind of see what's going on out there.
Manually starting up the cover?
I don't know if they have to manually start them or what they're doing.
I think what that does is it primes the engine.
Yeah. We should be able to stand out by the nose of this guy and not get hurt. Maybe. That's all carbureted. There's the B-25, the made in the shade, getting ready for takeoff. Your camera guy's got to put his sunglasses on, folks. But all you plane enthusiasts that are going to be watching this on YouTube later, eat your heart out, because I'm actually standing here watching this thing take off. It's going to be cool. I think they're going to taxi it forward and go out to my left or to my right. Even those guys from the B-17 have to come in for safety purposes. Those things are beaut. B-25 getting ready for takeoff. By the way, you're looking south-southwest. That is the Blue Mountains in the background. You can see Anatone area kind of out there. Airport beacon sticking up in the background. Spins at night, you know, green and white. Anyways, and there's our main terminal over there where the Delta flights come in. A little connector jet, not much bigger than this guy. And the Horizon planes come in, and I'm standing by a mirror flight here. They use this as a cargo and a training plane. It's just one of those little whatever. And then behind him over the wing there, you can kind of sort of see in the background our Life Flight medical chopper that's stationed here at the airport now. So the ones from Spokane don't have to come down quite as much to fly it. It is pushing about 90 out here on this tarmac. It's hot. I need to hurry up and get that thing in the air. They will here shortly. He's going through the safety checks with them and figuring out where they want to sit, etc. So, yeah, I'm going to head back into the hangar for a minute and get in the shade. Seeing a B-2 fly over the last time. You're talking a multi-billion-dollar aircraft on that one. A stealth bomber. Pretty wicked. Got to see the Thunderjets fly too. They're Thunderbirds for the Air Force. One of the guys flying actually was a 94 or 96 graduate from Perce High School.
Really?
Yeah. One of the solo ones, the opposing. Boy, the things that kid can do with an F-16. Incredible. Saw the Blue Angels 2 years before that, and then that F-22 Raptor, that new stealth fighter we've got. That thing's wicked. He's going away from you, going up, and normally most planes would have to turn and come back at you. He's going away from you, next thing you know, flips it, he's coming right back at you. It's called thrust vectoring.
Just
turn it, or flip it end over end, or, you know. It's one of the only planes, too, that's almost forgivable on a flat spin, because he deliberately puts it into a slow one, kind of like Tom Cruise got in Top Gun when they had to eject. It's a flat spin. It's when they stall, but he's actually still controlling the thrust when he comes out of it. Never seen a plane do that. Almost, you'd think the sucker's a UFO just about looking at it.
getting closer.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Fire that baby up and go.
Are we going to load those people in?
They're figuring out where they want to sit and all that, and then they're going to have them crawl around in the nose and all that for camera opportunities, etc.
We're not in yet, so it's going to be
yeah. If you see in yesterday's paper, I guess the B-17 did a flyover of a funeral up in Genesee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was a 90-something-year-old vet that had passed on that used to fly those suckers. And that's kind of neat, because apparently they were, I guess for a while, they were supposed to be at the Moscow Pullman Airport.
That's what the Tribune said originally.
Yeah. And these guys were just in here like a week or two ago, about where the 17's parked. You had one of those P3s from the Navy parked there. The 25 was parked over here where this other plane is. And then there was an Apache sitting about where the 25 is. And a bunch of little aircraft out there. Made for some neat stuff.
Sitting here to air traffic.
Channel 119-400, or I think it's 126-400, 126-900, or 129-900.
Got a radio.
Is the ground control, and you got the traffic. But 119-400 is when they're actually talking to the aircraft that are in the air.
Figuring out where they're going to load them.
I don't know. There ain't much room on that sucker. They've got two seats just about where the wing is, facing backwards. They can sit in. And then you got all the gunner seats you can actually strap into and hang on for dear life. Bright out here, man. Dang it. This plane taking off right now is the one that the tower was just talking to just a minute ago. Still recording it. Just waiting to see what they do. They haven't actually started loading them in yet. Must be some kind of a delay or something. I don't know what they're doing. Come on, guys. Fire that baby up. I got things to do today. There they go. They're starting to climb on board. Checking their spots where they want to sit.
Two of them, we're going to have to go in the back.
I'd rather towards the front. Kind of in the nose gear.
They're in there.
Carefully.
They're in there.
Not for the entire flight. They can move around a little bit, but it's very cramped quarters. No thanks. I'll take the 17, preferably towards the front.
Did you actually video the pilot talking to the guys?
Yeah, kind of. That wind keeps shifting. They're still going to be taking off to the west on the jet runway, apparently. So
on the 17, the two inside engines sit more forward and the outside engines sit more back.
Slightly back.
So that way the blades don't hit each other.
Kinda, I guess that's the idea, but it's also aerodynamics. Just the way the plane's designed. You notice how the point of the wing actually faces backwards? Mm-hmm. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Creates more lift.
Yeah, I guess. But I figured they'd point them the other way and make them go forwards. But it's all in the design.
Well, soon after that B-25 was out, they started flying jets. The same exact plane. The weapons became automated.
Yeah, we still have the B-52, and that sucker's going on 100 years old here before too long. So it's actually about 40 or 50 years, and it's still flying. The B-2 has the heaviest payload of any bomber that we have, and it's stealthy, but the 52 gets the job done. Same thing with the B-1. The reason they can't use these is because it'd be sitting ducks compared to the technology we have nowadays. Heat-seeking missile. That thing would be nice knowing you.
The C-5. It's huge.
C-5 is a cargo lifter, but you could still use it as a bomber. It'd have to be a high-altitude bomber. Extremely high altitude.
That C-5.
And pulling the shocks from the tires.
That thing was huge. I don't even know if they could land one of those here.
You could park one here, but he'd take up the whole tarmac where we're at right now. I mean, that son of a gun's about the size of a 747. It's huge. The wingspan, I mean, is twice what just those two planes parked there are taking up. Heck, just about those two planes from about fuselage to fuselage is the fuselage of the C-5.
Okay, looks like
then add the wings on.
The back ladder's closed.
Yep, they'll close the bomb port here in a minute. Just that one. This B-17 doesn't leave till tomorrow, from what we heard. That's going to be something to see. Did you get a time on that? I'd like to get that on tape. YouTube the sucker.
I got one. 1:56 p.m.
I don't know if that didn't show up in my video. 7 apps killed. I got an automated application killer on this, so it doesn't burn up the battery in my phone. This is being shot with an 8 megapixel camera from an HTC Evo. Very good phone. They're all on board now. Yep, there goes the ladder.
Okay.
And then they're gonna pull up the.
Bomb board.
I don't see why we can't stand up with those other planes, but I guess they want us safe. They let us stand there with the P3 taking off. I mean, we stood right there by where that white plane is, and the B-25 was parked right where that. We just kept our distance. I mean, you know, duh. P3's got 4 engines on it too. You know? Get ready for something most people don't get to hear. This thing has a distinct sound that's unlike any other plane. It's all carbureted on those engines. Those big Pratt Whitneys or whatever those are. Rolls Royces, something like that.
Yeah.
Big old suckers. They could be GEs. Yeah.
I don't know, it might be Mustang.
I don't know. You could be right. They could have the same engine that was on the nose of a Mustang. The P-41 Mustang fighter. You'll hear him coming on the radio here in a minute. He's going to talk to the tower and ground control. Get permission to taxi out to the jet runway. Whatever, I don't recall the number. And they're going to be taking off, I think, that direction.
You should hear his AP unit come on or something.
He doesn't have an AP unit. He's got to prime it, you know, pump it.
Turn the batteries on.
That's what they're doing. They're getting all their avionics and junk ready to go.
They'll probably fire up both engines and all do it.
There it goes. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Nope, never mind. That was something driving by behind us.
Come on, start, baby.
She will. I'll be standing out here all afternoon. Let's take off. Let's go. I'm hoping they'll do a high-speed pass. That would be really cool. Yeah. Once they taxi out, then we can walk out. You know, he has to clear the area. I think they're going to go out that way and then taxi around. Same thing the P3 did that Sunday. You were still down eating with the rest of the gang, and I was up here.
Tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what time. I'll have to find out.
Oh, that's going to be something. We're definitely getting that on tape. Well, ask them. There's some of their crew from the other plane standing right here in this hangar, pretty close. I'm so curious how they got that crop duster in here. Look at that thing. I'm getting barely fit.
Push it in there?
Yeah, obviously. Bomb bay's closed, and they're getting ready. Come on, baby. Fire up. They're all getting pictures. I'm actually taping it. Trying to. I wish they had that 3D camera, then you get the more effect. But. Okay. Still hot out here. Very, very, very hot. I look at all the cameras like, look at all the. I get going on YouTube later. See the guy moving around the cockpit there. I don't know if you're seeing that on tape or not, but I'm seeing it. Hands are starting to get tired, dang it. Look at the heat coming off of them. Yeah, they're all on board. You think they'd already be strapped in? Doesn't take that long. Just sit down, fasten your seatbelt, and be done. Come on, fire up. It's got a sound to it, let me put it that way. Sounds a lot like a muscle car with all the pops and pings of the.
Not as bad as yours at any time.
Come on, guys.
That was inside you?
Fire that baby up. Let's go. I'm not meaning to do that. I'm just getting fatigued and tired waiting for this thing to start up down here.
We thought these were going to be
It's hotter than blazes in that thing, probably. Got to get it up in the air, get it moving. I don't know, they're giving us a thumbs up or something?
They need a fire guard out there. Hey, Bob. He's coming, Bob.
Keep coming, Bob.
We need a fire guard out there.
Oh, that's what's delaying them. They can't legally take off unless they've got some kind of extinguisher on board.
Outside, actually, when they fire up. To work on P2 Neptunes in the Navy, you gotta have a fire guard standing right there ready.
Put out any engine fires, etc. I don't think they had one on that B-17 took off near Chicago. The Liberty Bell, it's been here before, had an engine fire. They were barely able to get it back, get everybody off, and then it just burned up.
Yeah, but that was in the air. That was not outside.
Yeah. Must have put a little too much gas in the carburetors or something. Boom.
That one down underneath.
I'll give you a fire guard. Just get our pumper truck over here, park it right in front of the 17. He's got the foamers on there. He can spray that whole plane down in probably like 10 seconds.
They had it down at the and you're fixing the tires.
They're already doing the windows on that.
But you get, yeah, that air is still going to go through that whole aluminum tube. They get up there, fly at 200-300 miles an hour. That'll cool the whole plane down. Crap. Whoever Bob is, you're in trouble, man. I was asking these guys when these old-timers that are flying it kick off, who's going to keep flying that? They're like, well, we're training young bucks like yourself to do it.
Oh, wow.
So I got to get me a simulator and figure out how to B-25 controls and all that. Yeah, they've got a really neat one I heard from a friend of mine who's worked with some of the classified government contracts on computer stuff. He got to mess around with one up at Fairchild.
Wow.
And it can teach it how to fly just about any aircraft you can think of. It's got a dome. It actually flips you upside down so you get the full G-force effect. It looks kind of like one of those Doppler radar domes, only it's a simulator. The whole thing inside of it's a screen. Now you're sitting in whatever plane you can think of, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, sounds interesting. I'm like, what kind of clearance do you got to get into that thing? He goes, pretty high.
Yeah, I bet.
Come on. There we go. All right, this is going to be cool. Listen for the sound. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, wow. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can see it on tape, Tom. It actually has the blades going backwards. Oh, girl. Fire that baby up. Come on, guys. No folks, that engine is not spinning backwards. It's actually spinning the same way as the one that just started. It's just the camera is picking up the blade. It's just different. Different. You guys want to see this on the camera? It makes the blades look like they're going backwards. Because they're moving so fast, that's the way it picks it up. Different.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, YouTube. Here in about an hour or two. All over the internet. Go for it, guys. Pouring out a little more power, you can see it and hear it. The way they're going. They're heading this way. Yeah! Go have fun, guys. Woo-hoo! Got a unique sound to her, that's for sure. I got it all on tape, bro. Still recording. Yeah, I noticed that. Just wait till he pours on the power. The whole valley's gonna hear it. Just about. From here?
Oh, yeah.
He's going down the jet runway. I mean, that's gonna be...
Last time he gets into this one right here.
Yeah, maybe he'll do that then. Oh, the runway's right, yeah, he's going right over my house then. We're right behind the cozy towers. Woo! Smell that exhaust. Getting the whole thing on tape. Where the camera picks it up, it looks like your engines are going backwards and slow. Yep. 8 megapixel.
They landed, got everybody out.
I'm hearing another plane or something.
Check over here.
That sounds like the P3 maybe, coming to do some touch and goes out of Whidbey, possibly. Boy, we're going to get a little air show going on here today. I can't go past the rope here. It's restricted area. Still don't see him. Yeah, I know. It's probably pushing. Well, with the breeze, it's probably in the 90s, but it feels like it's about 100 out here. Getting close. Where'd you go, buddy? Trust me, he's down there somewhere. I think he's going for the jet runway. He's still taxiing. He's out by Airport Park right now.
Can we get off the ground here? Get up there.
I think it's because of the heat is why he's going for the longer runway. Normally they take off this one right here. Well, the air density, they need more space. Even the bigger commercial liners use the longer runway, especially in the heat. What time you got, man?
212.
Oh, shoot. They won't be another flight in here for another couple hours. They'll be pulling up to one of these 2 gates or 3. The Horizon Southwest won't be in for a while. I think they have a midweek flight that comes in during the afternoon for the business travelers out of Salt Lake. Yeah.
Boy, if that one's that loud, I wonder what that one's.
Probably twice or 3 times that amount.
So they give rides on that one?
Yeah.
The one you just seen, that runs about, I think it's 350 a head. This one here is almost 500 a head.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's up there.
Randy gave that one.
There he goes.
But,
He's going to be coming right down that jet runway there.
let's see.
Oh, you'll see him here in a minute.
Here.
He's pouring on the power right now is what he's doing. Come on, baby. I forgot my fuzz buster. I could have kicked it on the channels and actually heard him talking. Come on, man. Get that sucker up in the air. Were you guys here last week when they had the P3 and the Apache and all that in?
Here, right?
Man, you missed it.
Yeah.
He did a couple high-speed flyovers. That was neat. One of them he did right over the runway with his bomb bays open.
Oh, that was, yeah.
Submarine Hunter is what it was. They're replacing those with a modified version of a 737. That's what I was told. Yeah, them stalls came out of Whidbey.
We didn't even know, yeah, I didn't know
There, yeah, you can hear them pouring on the power now. Sheesh. What's that thing got on there? Rolls Royces or GEs?
You know, I think it's different than what this one has. I can't remember what they call them.
Shoot, he just powered it down. Uh-oh. Come on, man. What's going on?
They weren't Whitney. They called them something else. Something with a C.
That's right.
Yeah.
That sounds like the same engines that they put on the little Curtiss Wright pusher. That plane that flew over Lewiston. God, would have been the turn of the century, like 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s.
What are you doing?
I think he had
Still
no problems.
down there. I hope he didn't stall it. He was just putting on the power and then... Uh-oh. Well, if you see him taxiing back in, then something's obviously wrong. Let's hope not. Crap. I know they had carburetor issues with it a couple of weeks ago. He had to hear it. He had to fix it, you know. Had to have the sucker FedExed in. I was thinking, a carburetor that big? You must be using a whole plane to do it.
He was popping pretty good when I was leaving.
That was the left wing, I think, that outboard. The right engine looked fine. She was humming beautifully, you know. Come on, guys. I'm burning up out here.
Yeah.
Quite literally, my feet are already pink.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Way ahead of us.
Oh, they are harvesting their fields, aren't they?
Yeah.
There he goes. Come on, baby. Here he comes, down the jet runway. Oh, wow, there he is, there he is. I got him. I'm getting him. Wow. I feel sorry for my neighbors way off the end of that runway down there. They're going to get bummed here in a minute. Going right over them. I lost him behind the 17. Shoot. He's out there. That was a low and slow takeoff. Oh, there he goes. I don't know, they might give him an hour. There was like 6 of them. They must have forked out, God, 300 something a piece. Oh, look at him banking down there.
Wow.
I think he's going to come back for a high-speed turn here. Go right over us. Or over the runway, at least. He's going to be buzzing my neighborhood right now. Actually, he's right over it. Over the river, pretty close. Where'd you go there? I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't have an extra $1,000.
Oh, there he is. Barely see him on the camera.
For this way?
Come on, man. Come back this way. I don't know. I don't have a radio. It's like, hey, where's our high-speed flyover? He's down by the hill.
Down there in Arizona.
He's right over our neighborhood, just about. Over the river, slightly over Clarkston. I put him right about...
North of the neighborhood now.
No, he's right over CHS, right about where he's at now. Pretty close.
You might do a flyby.
Yeah, I want my high-speed flyover, man. Come on, dude.
He's probably flying at a good 200, 300 miles an hour.
Going right towards the Lewiston Hills where he is.
How's he doing?